Hello and welcome to Developing for $. My name is Mark Vosylius. We are here in beautiful downtown Barrie, and today our show is going to be about pulling back some of the mystery behind what developers do, how they make money, how they don't make money, and why they don't make money. We are right here at the Allandale Village, where we're going to be discussing the restoration and or the development of the Allandale Station, a very contentious subject right now within downtown Barrie. I'm here with esteemed Richard Forward. He is the General Manager of Arts and Culture, Infrastructure, and Development, of course. And I know that your name has probably about 16 letters after it, FBI, RCRA.
A few letters behind.
How many letters? So what kind of background do you have that would allow you to be sitting here and talking about what we're doing?
Well, Mark, thank you for having me this afternoon. This is a beautiful day, a nice bright afternoon on downtown Barrie, as you said, right close to the waterfront. Basically, I have a Master's of Business Administration in International Management. I also have a Master's in Water Resources Engineering, and I'm a licensed professional engineer. I've worked with the City of Barrie now for 22 years. I look after provide general oversight for the Planning Department, Building Department, Engineering, Culture, and Corporate Assets. So one of the roles, one of the council's key goals is to create a healthy and vibrant city center, including the Allandale is a component of that city center. And so what we're looking at really isn't necessarily the city as a developer, but more the city investing in certain key parts to facilitate a development happening on the site.
So would you be considered on this project the site manager? I know that on certain developments we have things, you know, site managers, development manager, project manager. What would be your title in regards to this particular project?
Well, we have different folks within the organization that look after different roles. So for example, we have a project manager, Graham King, who's looking after the rehabilitation of the train station building. Okay. My role really is as the key negotiator for any of the development opportunities that will come along. This is a 9-acre site. Basically, 5 acres of that is what we would call developable lands. And so what we've been doing basically is looking at the infrastructure needs in the area and helping to facilitate basically a market-ready development.
So these wonderful girls walking around in bikinis here, how would they be involved in a project like this? How do they benefit from a project like this?
Well, when you look at this particular project here, we have the train station buildings, and so what we know is that the community has said pretty clearly that they want to have the train station buildings and the lands in front of the train station buildings to basically remain in public ownership. And so when we look to create a development for this 9-acre site, what we're really looking for is public access, public exposure, so that you can facilitate people coming into the site, out of the site, and so forth. And so we're really looking for that kind of a development that would allow for public access and so forth.
And I'm gathering that because this is a public project, there's a lot of public money being spent here. And this is really what I want to focus in on is, okay, we have a cost, and hopefully we're going to get a return. So the city is basically in charge of this project. Yeah, they're going to be spending money and they need to see a return. What would be the end result of a return on this project?
I think the first thing that I look at is really this is an investment. So what are we investing in to help facilitate the development? Right. And so we know that, for example, that Gowan Street, which is in behind the train station building, it's all being reconstructed. Right. Pipes are being put in place. We're also putting in a pedestrian tunnel that's crossing under the rail tracks to get the public from the other side through to the development site. And so there's $4.5 million going towards the train station restoration itself. Okay. And a number of other dollars that are going towards the infrastructure improvements.
So would it be good that we can take a look inside here? We can take a look at the inside. We can possibly go look at the tunnel. We can see where the money is being spent. And
invested, Mark. Invested. It's an investment.
Darn,
really, it is. When we look at the acquisition of the rail, for example, in 1990, from Barrie actually bought the rail between Bradford and Barrie. Right. That was an investment. That was an investment, really, without the knowledge that downtowns would play an important part of a revitalization effort. And so we are in the process of actually having a second station coming into the downtown. That project is out to tender. Tenders have closed, and so that work hopefully will get started very soon. And by the end of the year, we're going to have a second GO station operating in the downtown. And so when you look at it as an investment, and you have to look at it as a long-term investment as well. Okay, then if the public is investing, then we need to certainly look at this project, and then in the end, we want to find out what our return on investment is going to be, and we're going to be right back with an inside look at what is happening at the Allandale Station.